Every Sunday, churches are filled with people worshiping and lifting their hands to God. But are they truly saved? What if many who call themselves Christians are unknowingly on a path that leads to destruction? Could you be one of them? In this powerful message, we'll explore what it means to genuinely follow Christ and how to avoid the wide road that leads to destruction. Don't wait. Your eternity is at stake. Jesus gave a clear warning in Matthew 7:13-14. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. Many Christians find themselves on the broad road because they've been misled into thinking that outward religious acts or occasional church attendance are enough. But Christianity is not a label. It's a lifestyle of complete surrender to Christ and His teachings. Jesus warns in Matthew 7:21-23. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons and perform many miracles? Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, you evildoers. Imagine standing before Jesus, fully confident in your salvation, only to hear, I never knew you. This terrifying reality awaits those who rely on good deeds or religious activities rather than a true relationship with Christ. Christianity is not about performance, but about a transformed heart and a life lived in obedience to God. In Europe, Matthew 23:27-28. Jesus rebuked the Pharisees. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You are like whitewashed tombs, which look beautiful on the outside, but on the inside are full of the bones of the dead and everything unclean. In the same way, on the outside you appear to people as righteous, but on the inside you are full of hypocrisy and wickedness. This same hypocrisy exists today. Many Christians appear righteous outwardly, attending church and serving in ministries, but their hearts are far from God. They live double lives, indulging in sin privately while maintaining a facade of holiness. Ask yourself, is your faith genuine or is it a performance? Jesus speaks strongly about lukewarm believers in Revelation 3:15-16. I know your deeds, that you are neither cold nor hot. I wish you were either one or the other. So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth. A lukewarm faith, characterized by complacency and indifference, is one of the greatest dangers for Christians. Those who live in this state think they are safe because they attend church or participate in religious activities. Yet their hearts lack true passion for God. Being lukewarm is a form of rebellion, and Jesus warns that such believers risk rejection. Jesus said in Luke 9:23, Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me. True discipleship requires complete surrender. It's not about comfort or convenience. It's about dying to your own desires, plans, and ambitions and following Jesus no matter the cost. Many want the blessings of salvation without the sacrifices it demands, but Christ calls us to a life of full obedience and devotion. In return, Matthew 25:31-33. Jesus describes the final judgment. When the Son of Man comes in His glory and all the angels with Him, He will sit on His glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before Him, and He will separate the people one from another as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. On that day, those who truly followed Christ, the sheep, will inherit eternal life. But those who merely claim to know Him, the goats, will face eternal punishment. This sobering truth reveals why many Christians end up separated from God. They embrace a shallow form of faith that lacks true relationship with Jesus, leading them down the wide road to destruction. Jesus' invitation is simple yet profound. Follow me. But following Him requires more than an outward appearance of faith. It demands a heart fully surrendered to God, a life transformed by His grace, and a daily commitment to walk the narrow road. Are you truly following Christ, or are you deceiving yourself by walking the broad path? Now is the time to examine your heart and your faith. Heaven and hell hang in the balance, and your decision has eternal consequences. Let this message challenge you to reflect on your relationship with Jesus. Are you walking in true devotion, or have you become complacent in your faith? Choose the narrow road today and experience the life and peace that only Christ can offer. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe our channel, All the Great Stuff, for more uplifting content.